Smallholder plant health in a changing climate, harnessing nature-based solutions. The climate is changing rapidly due to human impact. Floods, droughts, biodiversity loss and rising sea levels are just a few of the challenges we increasingly face. Climate change is no longer something that might happen in the future. It happens here and it happens now. We all have to make efforts and collaborate to manage the impacts from a changed climate. We cannot proceed with the same methods and tools as usual. Together, we have to adapt and start using new, sustainable solutions. One way is to use nature-based solutions. These are solutions that use ecosystem functions to tackle challenges in society. Smallholder farming systems contribute to more than half of the food produced in low-income countries. Resource-poor farmers face severe impacts from climate change, and that has consequences for poor people's access to food and nutrition. Different crop pests, such as insects, pathogens, and weeds, cause significant losses of crop yields every year. A staggering 40% of all food crops in the world are lost annually due to pests. This has large consequences for smallholders' livelihoods and food security, and climate change can increase the risks for pest outbreaks. Pest management is often based on chemical pesticides that can have negative impacts on biodiversity and human health. It is crucial to develop sustainable methods for integrated pest management that reduce farmer reliance on pesticide use. Nature-based solutions provide a core foundation for integrated pest management. 5 practices that are commonly used are the development and use of crop varieties that are resistant or tolerant to pests, biological control of pests by their natural enemies, habitat manipulation, such as intercropping and push-pull management that suppress weeds or deter insects, biopesticides that are based on microbial or other naturally occurring compounds, semiochemicals that are chemical signals used naturally by insects, such as pheromones, which could be used to trap or alter the behavior of pest insects. Push-pull management.
Push-pull management of pests is one of the best examples of integrated pest management working in action. In East Africa, maize and sorghum are key staple crops for smallholder farmers. However, many pests cause crop losses such as stem borers and also the parasitic weed striga. Push-pull companion cropping provide a way to sustainably manage these pests while also improving soil fertility. The push component is an intercrop that both repels the insect pests and also at the same time suppresses the weed, whereas the pull component is a native plant that lures the pest away from the crop margins. This technique benefits hundreds of thousands of farmers in East Africa, and adoption rates are increasing and now expanding into Southern Africa. Currently, new resilient push-pull systems are being designed for use in drier conditions.
Under climate change, increasing temperatures and extreme weather events are resulting in less stable climates. These new climate conditions will affect biological organisms. More favorable conditions will enable pests to expand their geographical ranges and populations, meaning that pest outbreaks, like that recently witnessed for the desert locust, could pose ever greater risks to farmer livelihoods and food security in the future. However, climate change also threatens the function of vital nature-based solutions for plant health, which will need to be adapted to in the form of climate-smart integrated pest management. We need to apply climate-smart integrated pest management. This approach builds upon a detailed understanding of how nature-based solutions respond to climate change and how to mitigate these effects. To do that, we need to enable, for example, partnerships among researchers, farmers, and extension services, co-creating new, context-specific approaches, and invest in capacity development and enable better access to pest monitoring systems. To develop and enable a wider use of climate-smart integrated pest management in practice, methods, technology, and recommendations need to be co-created in partnership with farmers. Capacity building and knowledge sharing will be crucial for implementation, where Farmers Association and easy-to-use technology will have an important role. Policy development is needed to enhance development and implementation of climate-smart integrated pest management. Why is climate-smart integrated pest management important for climate adaptation?
I think climate-smart integrated pest management is super important for adaptation, given that we're getting all these strange weather patterns, warming climate, droughts, floods, etc. And this is causing major changes in pest and disease distributions.
How can climate-smart integrated pest management be implemented?
I think the most important thing about integrated pest management systems and getting the climate angle right is the whole advisory system. So we've been working with digital advisory systems and they're working super well. People are really being connected, and pest and disease warnings can be part of these advisory systems.
Climate-smart integrated pest management connects animal, human and environmental health. It can enable healthy crops in spite of climate change, secure smallholder livelihoods, increase access to safe and nutritious food, and support a safe environment for humans and biodiversity. By harnessing nature-based solutions in the form of climate-smart integrated pest management, smallholder farmers can take vital actions to achieve better plant health and increase food security in a changing climate. This will be an important step towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goal Zero Hunger, and will also contribute to reach other goals such as combat climate change, good health and well-being, responsible consumption and production, and life on land.